Do you believe that negative freedom is more important than positive freedom?
I mean, picking one or the other is pretty difficult, but I mean, a man dropped off in the middle of a jungle with no food and no water has an infinite amount of negative freedoms. I don't see that guy having a very good outcome, for his existence. Every single conservative here understands that negative freedom means nothing without positive freedom. You can have freedom of speech, but if you're banned from every single social media platform in the United States, it sure doesn't feel like that negative freedom means very much.
Actually, no, that's an example of, as it's characterized by my understanding, a positive freedom, right? There's an infrastructure, the infrastructure is given to people, and there's an entitlement to that positive freedom.
Your First Amendment is not at all threatened by being banned from every single social media platform in the United States. You acknowledge that, right?
It sort of is.
It's not. It's not. There is no law being made by government that is abridging your right to freedom of speech. The First Amendment does not guarantee you access to any social media platform. It's frustrating on the left sometimes to hear conservatives talk about the importance of all the freedoms, but depending on your life situation, if you don't have the ability to access those freedoms, it sure doesn't feel like it, Yeah. People ask me, do you like the United States? Why do you live here if you don't like it? Blah, blah, blah. I think the United States is the best country in the world if you've got a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, in some ways, the United States kind of sucks. You don't have a right to an education. Our healthcare the access is iffy depending on how much money you've got. There's a lot of issues if you don't have a lot of money in the United States. I'm sorry you did this to us, but I think you do have to take into account both of them, and you can't just choose one, because one without the other, I think essentially becomes meaningless.
Yeah, echoing